You said something in a group conversation 3 days ago. You have no idea if anyone even noticed, but you've replayed it in your head at least 11 times since then. You changed your outfit this morning because of what a stranger on a bus might think. You held back an opinion in a meeting because of how it might land. And right now, a part of your brain is quietly calculating how this video makes you look for watching it in the first place. You care what people think, deeply, constantly, exhaustingly. And the wild thing is, you already know it's irrational. You've told yourself not to care 100 times. It hasn't worked. Because caring what people think isn't a personality flaw, it's a survival mechanism. And today I'm going to show you exactly why your brain does it and what actually helps. Here's what's actually going on. Go back about 50,000 years. You're a human living in a small tribe of maybe 150 people. If that tribe rejected you, if you did something that made the group turn against you, you didn't just feel bad. You died. Alone in the wild, without shelter, food, or protection, your survival was basically zero. So your brain developed a threat detection system specifically for social rejection. It treated being judged negatively by others the same way it treated being chased by a predator. An emergency, a survival crisis. Fast forward to today. The predators are gone. The tribe is gone. But that threat detection system, still fully active, still scanning every room you walk into, still analyzing every facial expression, every pause in conversation, every unanswered message. Your brain cannot tell the difference between this person thinks less of me and my life is in danger. To your nervous system, social rejection and physical danger feel almost identical. This is not weakness. This is 50,000 years of evolution doing exactly what it was built to do. The problem is, the world changed. Your brain didn't. Now here's where it gets interesting. Not only does your brain care what people think, it dramatically overestimates how much people are actually thinking about you. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. You walk into a room with a stain on your shirt. You feel like everyone noticed. In reality, most people were too busy worrying about their own stain. You send a message and immediately regret the wording. You're convinced the other person read it 5 times and judged every word. In reality, they glanced at it between doing 3 other things and moved on. Studies show people consistently believe others notice their mistakes, appearance, and awkward moments far more than they actually do. The audience you're performing for is mostly imaginary, which sounds freeing until you realize your brain doesn't care. It keeps running the performance anyway, because the threat of judgment feels real. And to your nervous system, that's enough. And then we invented social media and made everything significantly worse. For most of human history, the tribe whose opinion mattered was maybe 150 people. People you saw every day, people who knew context. Now, your brain is trying to manage the perceived opinions of thousands of strangers simultaneously. Every post you make is a social performance your ancient threat system has to evaluate. Every like you don't get is data your brain files under potential rejection. Every time you check who viewed your story, you're doing the same thing your ancestor did when they scanned the faces of their tribe after doing something risky. Except now, the tribe is infinite. The scan never ends, and your nervous system is completely overwhelmed trying to keep up. So why doesn't just stop caring work? Because you're trying to use logic to override a survival system. That's like trying to convince yourself not to flinch when someone throws something at your face. You know it's coming. You know it won't hit you. You still flinch every time. The flinch isn't a choice. It's your nervous system doing its job faster than your conscious mind can intervene. Caring what people think works the same way. You can't think your way out of it because it doesn't live in the thinking part of your brain. It lives in the survival part. The part that's been running the show since long before language existed. Telling that part to calm down with a motivational quote is like sending a text message to a caveman. The signal doesn't land. So what actually helps? 3 things that work with your brain instead of against it. First, name it when it happens. When you feel the anxiety of being judged, say to yourself out loud or in your head, my threat system is activated. Not, I'm being paranoid. Not, I'm so insecure. Just a neutral observation. Naming the process reduces its intensity. Research shows that labeling an emotion decreases activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain driving the threat response. Second, ask whose opinion actually has consequences. Most of the judgments you fear come from people whose opinions will have zero real-world impact on your life. Your boss's opinion of your work matters. A stranger's opinion of your outfit does not. Train your brain to tell the difference. Third, build a smaller tribe intentionally. Your brain needs a group whose approval feels safe. Give it one. 5 people whose judgment genuinely matters to you. Let those be the opinions that count. Let everything else be noise. You were never broken for caring what people think. You were just running ancient software on a modern problem. Now you know why. And knowing why is the first thing that actually changes how it feels. If this helped, subscribe. We break down one psychology concept every week. Simple explanations, stick figures, small words. See you next one.